me bring in Advocate Ashutosh Srivastav. Advocate Srivastav, you have Sanju Verma quoting one verdict. You have Sanjay Jha talking about an earlier verdict. Now, as far as the citizens of this country are concerned, who do we believe? The current verdict or the earlier verdict?
See, when somebody is believing certain findings which were made by the Supreme Court or any other court previously, so obviously the same Supreme Court is to be believed now also when the Supreme Court has gone through the details of the case and has already scrutinized all the documents on record, witnesses' statements and everything on record. And thereafter, when the Supreme Court reached to a conclusion, I think that should be respected. That should be, taken into whatever the Supreme Court has found out throughout its verdict and throughout the argument and the proceedings which would have taken place. Now, when you say that certain cases were transferred from one state to another, so this is the general process which has been ever followed in many of the cases. Like if we see Jayalalitha's matter, which was there in the, Chennai, that was transferred to Bangalore in Karnataka. So that we have already seen. Just
fair enough.
That, there should not be any interference.
So the case was transferred from Gujarat to another state. When these investigations were being carried out, between 2004 and 2014, it was your government or the Congress government in power. For 10 years, investigations were carried out. Prime Minister Narendra Modi or then Chief Minister Narendra Modi was interrogated and questioned in a Supreme Court monitored probe. If he was culpable, action should have been taken and would have been taken. Respond to the BJP saying that all of this was done. He wasn't found guilty. He was given a clean chit. That clean chit has been upheld, and yet the Congress wants to keep the pot boiling, milk Gujarat cases politically even today, despite the latest Supreme Court upholding an earlier verdict giving him a clean chit, sir.
Gaurav, a very relevant and a pertinent question. Let me give you a very brief response, okay? The truth is that Gujarat 2002, like several other riots, Muzaffarnagar, 1984 riots, what happened after the Babri Masjid demolition is a black, dark stigma on India's social harmony track record. Point number two, Maya Kodnani, who later on got acquitted, but was, don't forget, she was sentenced to 28 years.
Sir, once she's already been acquitted. Ma'am, I'll come to you in just a moment. I just want him to respond on merits. I want him to respond on merits because the Supreme Court has been through everything. The Supreme Court monitored SIT has been through everything.
Let me answer. Let me answer, Gaurav.
Ma'am, it's not a monologue. I've asked him a question. He will respond and then I'll come to you.
Yeah, there was a, let me answer. This is a very serious issue. There's a loss of human life. It doesn't matter which community they belong to. They were Indians. Let's not look at them as Hindus and Muslims. They were Indians. And there were 1,400 officially dead. I don't know how much is the unofficial number. You had a prime minister, now a prime minister, then a chief minister, who was talking about hum paanch, hamare 25. It was combustible hate speech.
You will continue with all of that, sir. You will continue with all of that despite a Supreme Court verdict. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sanju Verma, Congress asked if there was no culpability. Why did the then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee ask the then Chief Minister to follow Raj Dharma?
You know, Gaurav, I am not surprised. I am rather amused that after the top court in India has given its verdict unconditionally, unequivocally, with no ifs or buts whatsoever in the favor of Narendra Modi, the Congress party is back to doing what it does best, whining in TV studios. I will just correct Sanjay Jha, and I challenge him to correct me. He has been getting away with this particular statement on debate after debate, but Gaurav, on your show, I'm quoting an article of India Today dated September 2004. You know, Nero was fiddling while Rome was burning. This phrase was used by the Special Trial Court in 2004 in reference to the then first investigating officer K.K. Mysorwala, who was investigating
Kindly
the
Google it,
Naroda
ma'am.
Patia massacre.
Kindly Google it. I'll show it to
Please
you.
keep quiet. This
Sir,
was
one by
not
one.
used with reference
Yeah.
to Narendra Modi. This was used by the special trial court with reference to the first investigating officer of the Naroda Patia massacre, a man called K.K. Mysorwala. So Sanjay Jha, stop Googling and stop coming and quoting irrelevant
Excuse me, madam.
references which are manif ID.
Excuse me.
Stop quoting
You're
manif
caught.
ID references to
I'm
support
exposing
your
your
case.
fake news.
Now, Gaurav, may I?
I'm busting the fake
Okay,
news.
one by one. Sanjay Jha,
Gaurav, may
I did not let Sanju Verma interrupt you, and I would request you not to interrupt her. One by one. Sir, let her finish her point, then you make your point.
Sure.
So the main point is this. Nero was fiddling while Rome was burning was never used with reference to Narendra Modi. It was used with reference to K.K. Mysorwala, a police officer who was investigating the Naroda Patia massacre. So Congress spokespersons should read up and come do some basic homework. Gaurav, the most important point is
Give me a
this.
chance to respond,
The
Gaurav.
fact
Absolutely.
that Narendra Modi has been given a clean sheet does not come as a surprise. He was given a clean sheet by the trial court, by the Metropolitan Magistrate, by the Gujarat High Court, by the Supreme Court on two earlier occasions prior to even 24th June 2022. What you and me need to debate that an entire ecosystem has been exposed.